Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host, Jak Teel, the Parks and Recreation Manager, and today I'm joined by Josh Frewin, who is our Aquatics and Special Events Coordinator, and Travis Wilson, who is our Sports and Fitness Coordinator. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jak.
How's everything going?
Going well, busy as can be. So
yeah, summer's winding down, so I don't want to say we're going into slow time because it's never slow in Parks and Rec, but it slows down a little bit next week.
Yes.
I know we're all kind of looking forward to it, and July is always a fun month for us in Parks and Recreation, and the first thing I want to talk about today is Parks and Recreation Month. July is National Parks and Recreation Month, and if our viewers have been watching, we've been doing a lot of stuff on our Facebook page. They've got an opportunity to meet each person on our staff, kind of get a feel for our team and things like that, and all the different things Parks and Recreation does. So you can see my bio up on the screen right now, but everybody in our department has had an opportunity, all the way from Lorinda, our special events, our reservations coordinator, through Laura, our marketing information specialist, through all of our direct team there on site. So gentlemen, as we start off this segment here, I just asked, what does Parks and Recreation mean to you? Josh, we'll go first.
To me, it was my Parks and Recreation career really started as a kid, and I grew up in Payson, Arizona, and loved playing in the youth soccer leagues and all the camps and stuff that they did there. And it was something like, wow, this is someone's job that I can do. And so really just, it's a family thing that I love participating in, putting on great events for people, so whether it's sports leagues or special events, concert in the parks, all those different kind of things that just bring community joy and bring the community together. And so that's why I enjoy really being part of the Parks and Recreation team.
Yeah, it really is fun, and the youth sports are always a big one. And I know, Travis, you grew up doing some youth sports too, so tell us what Parks and Recreation is for you.
So for me, kind of similar to Josh, I grew up in a small town where, the community was centered around being together, being active, and being able to be involved in sports and events that our community held was something that I learned the greatest lessons in. And it's something I've always wanted to strive to kind of give back to kids, because if they're not learning the lessons here, who knows where they're learning them, if they're learning them. So being able to be a resource for them is something that kind of I want to push towards and be able to do. Absolutely.
I know I've always seen Parks and Recreation as the connection wing of city government. My goal is to create connection and connection opportunities within our community, and we do that through all the things that you guys highlighted, all of our youth sports, all of our special events, all those things that bring the community together. And that's always been how I view Parks and Recreation, and July is a testament for all of us to celebrate Parks and Recreation Month. So I want to give a shout out to Laura, our marketing specialist. She's done a tremendous job highlighting everybody, trying to get our public works crew up there too, because public works, a lot of people don't understand the behind the scenes stuff. Even though they're not directly in our department, they help take care of all of our green spaces, all of our parks, all of our building maintenance, and those guys are a huge part of what we do and our success in Parks and Recreation. If you go out and you play our softball fields, you want to know why they're so good and the grass lines are great, it's not any of us. That's our public works team doing that stuff. Why the trees are upkept, all the things are getting watered. Our public works team is amazing, and I can't say enough about David Hausman, Mark Larimore, and their team over there. But so when we start talking about Parks and Recreation, a lot of us think about the pools or the events or things like that. But we also have another big project coming up that we're doing at 12th Street Park, gentlemen. We have our playground going in, a new playground structure over there. And that project we know has been ongoing for quite some time, but it wraps up Saturday the 31st with a community build event. I know, Josh, you're busy. Travis, I hope to see you out there, and anybody in the community who wants to attend. We do have a volunteer meeting on Wednesday the 28th at 5:30 at the Recreation Center. Feel free to drop on in. We'll get you all signed up, registered, and then we also will be doing the community build Saturday the 31st, and we'll be sending out some more information on our Facebook page. You can check our website, and we'll get things out there too. Gentlemen, as we wrap up this first segment of Parks and Recreation, let's explore a little bit about what we've done up to this point to celebrate Parks and Recreation Month. So this Saturday we also have a dive-in movie. Let's talk about that a little bit, how we're going to use that to celebrate.
Yeah, so this Saturday we have a free dive-in movie at the outdoor pool at the Recreation Center. So we're going to show The War with Grandpa is what the movie's called. It's free. Come on out, bring your family. float around the pool, and we have our big inflatable screen that we put up next to the pool, and it's really a fun event. So we put that on. We kind of do one a month, but in our July event, celebrating Parks and Recreation Month and having it as a free event for the community to come out and enjoy.
And it's a great way to cap off the month. That's the last day of the month, so we couldn't ask for a better timeline on that. We're putting a stamp on 2 of our big projects with the Community Build Day ending on that day and the Dive-In Movie. So there's going to be something all day long for everybody to do. We also celebrated our 4th of July this year, Josh. Talk to us a little bit about how that event went.
Yeah, so again, this was our 22nd annual Fantastic Family 4th of July. We had tons of people come out with the free hot dogs, hamburgers, sponsored by the Cottonwood Walmart. We did a patriotic salute, had some bounce houses for the kids. The VFW does a great job coming out and speaking and putting on a great patriotic event portion for that. And then ultimately the fireworks show at the end. And we had a great crowd as always, and was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really was a good turnout. There's tons of people there, and we were the only ones in northern Arizona to shoot fireworks. So that went great. We had a 28-minute long fireworks display. That was really fun, really well attended. I know we had the bounce houses there. We ran the bounce houses this year, which was a little bit different for us. But we also had some nonprofits out there running our parking lot to help benefit those local nonprofits, create some money for the fundraising groups that were out there. Who kind of did the parking this year? How did we help them?
Yeah, so we had the Mingus Softball Club came and did the parking lot there. The Boy Scouts group helped a lot with drinks and serving, then some of the cleanup the day afterwards. We had Knights of Columbus that did a lot of the cooking for the event, and Kiwanis Club was there serving. The Verde Valley Broadcasting was there playing music throughout the event and kind of DJing the different patriotic salute and things like that. And so lots of different groups coming together and putting on a great event.
Yeah, YAV5 Broadcasting always comes out and does some good DJ service, keeps the crowd going.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to point out is when we talk about Parks and Recreation, a lot of people just think it's our Parks and Recreation department, Josh, but you did a tremendous job just highlighting all the other organizations and civic clubs that go into making Parks and Recreation what it is. We had help from a handful of different organizations there, and I know the Mingus softball program, they use that as a booster to be able to go out and travel to all their events. So partnering for success is what I always call it, right? They have a need, we had a need. We married those two together, and not only did we help create a better event and get more people and civic clubs involved, but now those girls on that softball team can go travel their clubs. They can get their new equipment. They can get all the things they need. So Parks and Recreation really is a full community effort, and I love Cottonwood and the community we've built here and everybody who goes into it. So as we take a break here, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about all the different programs we have coming up and the things going on in both special events and sports. So make sure you tune in, and we'll catch you back here in just a minute. I'm your host, Jak Teel. We'll see you here in a second.
Terrifying jobs, high-flying linemen, take 3.
Josh, this is an absolutely terrifying job. Why do you do it?
It's a very demanding job, but very rewarding and exciting.
How much energy are you actually working with up there?
500,000 volts of electricity.
It's definitely not my line of work. Does anything shock you?
Yeah, distracted drivers terrify me.
Good morning and welcome back, Cottonwood. I'm your host, Jak Teel, for this segment of Inside Cottonwood. And we had just spoken about how July is Parks and Recreation Month, and we highlighted all the things we've been doing in July, but there is no slow month in Parks and Recreation. I think our community has come to realize that with all the things we do. So let's talk about some of the programming things we have coming up. And Travis, I know as we speak right now, we have a pretty cool youth camp going on right now. Talk to us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we, the City of Cottonwood Parks and Recs partners with Challenger Sports, a British soccer camp that comes in and holds a camp every year for youth from age 3 till age 15 about. And they this year, unfortunately, they didn't have too many of the younger kids, so they just kind of combined. And I went down there this morning. They had about 18 kids down there.
Nice.
So they kind of are enjoying it. A great moment. They were working on footwork. The biggest key in soccer is kind of having that quick feet, and that's kind of what they were pushing for down there.
Yeah, and that soccer camp, the British soccer camp done by Challenger Sports, they do a fun job. Those kids are always down there having a blast. I love the last day when they do the World Cup, and they separate the teams into different countries, and then everybody gets to play. And I mean, it goes right along with the Summer Olympics right now too. You know, have you guys been watching any of that? That's lots of fun stuff going on there. I was watching the volleyball and Phil Dahlhauser getting out there and beach volleyball. I watched the swimming last night. But it's cool that this year they're able to tie the British soccer camp, the Olympic stuff, into what they're doing with their program. So that's always really fun. But Travis, soccer's not the only thing we've got going on. We have registration open for our softball program. Talk to us a little bit about that. What are the age groups? Who can do it? When are the games?
We've got registration open, as Jack said, for men's and co-ed softball that we're doing, ages 18 and up. Games for those will start that last week of August, August 30th, that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Monday and Wednesday we'll be doing our men's league, and Tuesday and Thursday will be our co-ed. So we're just kind of getting that underway, and if you're watching and interested in a team, or you have a team, you can go onto our Cottonwood website and sign up there, or you can call into the rec center and get signed up as just a free agent, and hopefully at that point we can find a team for you or create a team with as many free agents that we can get. And that will be starting at the end of August, and hopefully going. I put the intended date till that first weekend of November, depending how cold it gets and how many teams we get signed up. That may be adjusted, but that's the plan with going ahead for that.
It can get chilly playing fall ball down there. It's all fun and games until September nights roll around and October nights roll around, and you're freezing and you got to pick up that bat and still go swing and run. But if people are interested, they can sign up at the Recreation Center, you said. What is the cost per team?
It's $300 per team. We've kind of kept it like a couple years ago with no player fees, so just the $300 sponsorship that they can sign up. I mean, they can do it online themselves or they can stop in the rec center and fill in there.
Nice. And when you say sponsorship team, do I have to have a sponsor, or can my team just pull money together and we all come in and do it that way?
Whatever way is easier for you. If you have a sponsor, that works out great. I know a lot of companies get together and companies do it, but if you just want to round up a group of friends and chip in, that works as well.
Awesome. Well, I know we've got some other things coming up. I know we're working with Showtime Sports on some things, doing a dodgeball tournament, things like that going on. They're looking at helping us with our youth basketball program coming up in October, November. So we always have sports opportunities coming on. We'll circle back here in a minute. But I want to talk about some other things. We just came out with a new bike map, Josh. You are our lead on the Bicycle Advisory Committee. Talk to us a little bit about the Bike and Trails map. What are we trying to do there? How are we connecting the city?
Yeah, definitely. So it's been a process that's been going on for a couple of years. Our last bike map for the city of Cottonwood came out in 2017. So since that point, we've really been working a lot on updating it with a lot of the new trails that we have, updated roads with the new bike lanes and different things like that. So as you'll see up here, and as they're coming out soon, we'll have a bunch of different trails and roads highlighted on the different levels of traffic, different ones with bike lanes or side streets, different things like that where it's safe to ride, and just push biking in our community. And I mean, it also serves as a great hiking map as well, especially on those trails, showing the different places you can go. But that's something we've ordered. It's on its way to Cottonwood, so we'll have 1,000 of them in our first order that we'll distribute around at the rec center, the local hotels, Chamber of Commerce, those kind of things where you can pick that up.
That's awesome. And I noticed it said regional map, so this isn't just Cottonwood specific, right?
True.
This is connecting the Verde Valley.
Yeah, definitely. So our main focus is on Cottonwood, but shows a lot of those connectors of how you can connect from Cottonwood over to Clarkdale and Cornville and Camp Verde, Sedona, all the different ways for someone to come up, if they just come up to Cottonwood and are new and want to figure out, go for a real long ride and see how they can make it work. We have all that information for them for the whole Verde Valley area.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know the Bike and Trails map is something we've been working on as a team for a long time. My role is always very small. I just say the yes or no, we have the funding or we don't. But you and the team, tell us a little bit about who sits on the Bicycle Advisory Committee. How do we get that map? Because it's a phenomenal map, and I understand we're getting some online stuff with the GIS section as well.
Yeah, so that's a big part of this one too. So we'll have the printed map that of course will be distributed around, and then on there we have a QR code that you can scan and it'll take you to an online version of it, or if you just go onto our Cottonwood website. It's not quite there yet, but soon we'll have the trails section on there that you can open the bike map on there.
It is actually up. I got that link active last week, I believe.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's up on there, and then that's obviously the online version. If things change and we get new trails, different road updates, things like that, we can update that on the online version as well. So that one will always be completely active. People have done a great job with it. The whole Bike Advisory Committee, Gary Davis with the Planning and Zoning has put together the whole map part itself, and Laura Herrera put it together on all the graphic design work, and looks really great.
Yeah, it turned out really good, and there's no small number of individuals who take part in that. Gary Davis has been instrumental in taking our trail system and our bike maps and things to the next level.
Definitely.
On the back end, our GIS. We have a world-renowned GIS individual who works on this project on the back end to make sure that the digital side of it is great. And he's phenomenal too.
Definitely.
And everybody else who works on that Bicycle Advisory Committee is just great, helping point it out. Dr. Bob, I know, plays a big role. Heather Klump-Herons with the county does a big role. So there's a lot of people that go into this to make it work, and I know we're doing a lot of things. We've taken our bike program, we installed the bicycle fix-it station at the Recreation Center. We've got a bunch of new bike racks that we got to get out there. I think we got 6 new bike racks, right?
Yep.
And those are all in efforts to push us from, we're currently a silver level bicycle community with a goal of obviously reaching gold at some point in time.
Yep.
So checking off those boxes to keep our community moving forward. And like I said, Parks and Recreation is about connections. That includes trails and things like that. We make the connection. It makes it easier for people to connect with our open spaces and our parks and all those different things that make Cottonwood such a great place to live. And Josh, as we round out this last segment here, we got a couple large events coming up here. Talk to us about some of our marquee ones. Give us a couple teasers we've got coming up for those 2 big ones.
Sure. So obviously one of our bigger events that we do for the whole city is Thunder Valley Rally. That's coming up September 17th and 18th. And we're getting our band lineup finalized. Most of it's in there. Mogion will be our headline band for Saturday night. You can go on thundervalleyrallyaz.com. It has all the lineups, all the different vendors that'll be there, vendor application form if you're interested in being a vendor at the event, all those kind of things. We're also partnering with a few different places around town, like the Old Town Association, Main Stage, that brewery, a few other places as well that'll be putting on concerts and stuff before the main Thunder Valley Rally, and then kind of an after party as well. So it's really a full community event for that. And again, that's thundervalleyrallyaz.com for all the information for that.
And tickets are live now. You can buy them right now, right?
Yeah, so tickets are online there as well. For the first time ever, we're doing the online ticketing, so you can purchase ahead of time. Come right in when you get there.
Julia found a cool scanner system, so you just beep it, we give you a band, and you're off. So if you want to beat the lines, get your ticket online quick, and we'll see you out there. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we've got some special news we want to talk about some congratulations stuff going on. So make sure you tune in here in just a second. I'm Jak Teel, your host for Inside Cottonwood, and we'll see you back here in a moment.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.com.
Need a ride to work in Sedona? Hop on the new Verde Shuttle at the Cottonwood Library and ride to all the major employers in Sedona for just $2. It's just that easy. Looking to get back to work? Sedona has jobs and the Verde Shuttle gets you there every 45 minutes. It's just that easy. Working late? The Verde Shuttle runs till 10:30 and offers free after-hours shuttle in Cottonwood. It's just that easy. Check out verdeshuttle.com for details or ask Google Maps for transit directions. It's just that easy.
Good morning and welcome back, Cottonwood. I'm your host, Jak Teel, the Parks and Recreation Manager here with the City of Cottonwood for this episode of Inside Cottonwood. And I am joined today by Josh Frewin and Travis Wilson. And we've talked about July being Parks and Recreation Month. We talked about some of the programs and kind of what Parks and Recreation means to us. And now I want to change gears a little bit celebratory, a little bit of sadness. But Josh, so word on the street is that you're moving on from Cottonwood. You got a position over in Sedona to be a supervisor.
Yeah, so it's obviously very sad to leave the City of Cottonwood. Have loved working here for the past several years, but was offered a position with Sedona Parks and Recreation as a recreation supervisor there. So it was an opportunity, couldn't pass up, and get to join another great team up there and continue putting on great events, and obviously similar type role as here with Aquatics, Special Events, the sport leagues there. And so excited to start that new chapter, but also sad to be leaving Cottonwood and the place where I've worked the last several years and really enjoyed. We share that same sentiment. I know when you called me and you came over to talk to me about it, I was sad. 3.5 years working with you. You were one of the first people I got the first opportunity to truly supervise, and I've enjoyed almost every single minute of it, whether that's tearing down drive-in movies in the rain and the lightning and thunderstorm. Yeah, you're one of the few people to see me high-pitched scream. You know that I do not like mice or things like that, but we've had a lot of opportunities to work so close together, and I cherish those, and I'm certainly going to miss them, but I'm so happy for you to be able to move on, step up. You get to now be a supervisor in Sedona, and it's the next step in career for you and your family, and here it's Definitely. A 4-day work week, so get to spend some time with that little baby of yours. Yeah. So congratulations. I will never be sad when people leave, specifically for opportunities that help further them and their families' lives. I've always said it. If you guys spend the rest of your life working with me here in Cottonwood, I've done you no favors. I want everybody to have the tools to move on to the next step in their career, and this is your opportunity to do it. I know you're going to shine, and I know Sedona Parks and Rec is going to benefit from having you over there. Thank you. But you've been with Cottonwood, like I said, now for 3.5 years. What are some of the highlights? What are you going to take away from working here? Oh, so many different things. First starting, a lot of the first events I was doing were a lot of the sports events, so got to work with our softball, youth basketball, adult volleyball league, and so had so much fun participating in those leagues, running those leagues, seeing them grow over the few years. Like in softball, the first year I was there we had 10 teams, and went the next year to having 19 teams, and seeing that get to grow in the community and people really enjoy taking part in those. And then of course our special events, getting to work in 4th of July or Thunder Valley Rally, or our holiday type, whether it's the Toys for Tots Christmas events, or all those little things are just lots of fun. Like you said, one of the times there was a movie in the park, pouring lightning, all that as we're tearing it down. Just lots of fun things on the side like that maybe right at the moment weren't quite as fun, but look fun to look back on and remember. Look back on them now and remember me screaming, running through the grass. Yeah, that was lightning almost knocked my glasses off. That was a fun one. Parks and Rec has given us no shortage of opportunities to connect, and absolutely. I've been lucky to work with the City of Cottonwood since 2004 in tons of different capacities, worn a lot of different hats. There's only a few people who I think I've built a relationship that I've built with you, and I'm going to cherish that. And I know that I'm okay with you going to Sedona, because I know we're still going to remain friends after here. You're close. It's not like you moved away to Pennsylvania, Kayla. But you're going to be close, and we can still hang out. And I know you've had an impression. Definitely. Travis just started with us, and he's been here just over 6 months now, going on 7-8 months. And I can't thank you enough for the leadership you've provided our team. You've set the groundwork, and you've showed everybody what it looks like to be a professional. And Travis, do you want to talk about just kind of what growth has looked like for you working with Josh?
Yeah, Josh was the one that kind of showed me around, gave me the lowdown on everything. Every question I have, I go to Josh, since most of my role he's done somewhat, and just kind of that relationship that we've built, just kind of in a work environment and kind of outside of it, is something that I'm gonna cherish for the time being. Like Jak said, you got the 4-day weekend. We still we'll still expect you at our Friday basketball games that we'll get going, and
sounds good.
Kind of going from there. You got no excuses now. and just kind of those memories we'll still be able to build on. But I'm excited for you and your family's opportunity.
Thank you.
That you'll have up there.
Thank you.
Just don't change your cell phone number, because you're still going to need to answer when I have questions.
No, and getting to work with both of you, Jak, obviously for the past 3.5 years, has been awesome. Learned so much working with you, and really treasured all those memories and moments, and the growth that's happened during that time as well. And like you said, definitely will still remain friends outside of this, and continue working together even with the different agencies as we partner on certain things and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, and that's something that I too am looking forward to, and I think I've spoken with you about this before, is when I accepted the position, or when I decided I was going to run for the position of Northern Arizona Region Rep for Arizona Parks and Recreation, I'd always wondered why we don't get more input from Sedona, and now maybe we have an in with you going over there.
Sure.
Maybe we can help get some more input, some more involvement from Sedona. I know Don and the team over there are always super busy handling stuff, but hopefully now this creates an opportunity for us to not just network on the state level, but here locally, figure out how we can work together. We had tried for years to get our basketball teams to go together, so maybe there's some opportunities for that as well. We just look forward to it. You'll always be a part of the Cottonwood family. Cherish everything we've done here. Like I said, I still got those favorite memories of going down to conference and all those things. Those moments won't leave us. But yeah, so congratulations. We try to celebrate. I'm big on celebrating everybody's successes as a team, and this is a big one. As we wrap it up, is there anything you'd like to say to the community of Cottonwood? This will be your last episode of Inside Cottonwood.
Well, on a real quick switch to congratulations, Jak just had a baby week ago about now.
Yeah.
Him and Amanda, and cute little boy Rowan Emmett Teel. So congratulations on baby Teel.
Thank you. He's 2 weeks old today.
2 weeks old.
2 weeks old. Born July 13th at 6:39 a.m. My part was easy. Mom was a champ. Mom was a champ out there. Did a great job, and Mr. Rowan has blessed us, and he's cute as can be.
Oh,
cute
yeah.
little kid. So thank you. I know the team. You guys did a great job throwing me that surprise bachelor party, that we call it, and doing the baby shower stuff for Amanda and I. And we thank you guys a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations. Fun. Excited to see him grow up. And
yeah, he and Macy are going to be good friends.
Definitely.
So good friends. But yeah, so Josh, as we leave, like I said, this is your last time inside Cottonwood. This is your opportunity to just say thank you and your goodbyes to the city of Cottonwood. I guess not goodbyes, you'll be around.
Oh yeah, definitely will still be around, but yeah, just thank you again for a great 3.5 years, getting to work with both of you and our whole team, getting to partner with so many different agencies around, and all the connections from everyone that participated to different sponsors and companies that helped with different events, and obviously the Parks and Recreation team especially, and the city of Cottonwood as a whole. So thank you for a great 3.5 years. Lots of learning and growth and memories and all that taking place in there as well, and we'll definitely still be around too.
It's been our pleasure. One of my all-time best hires. So
thank you.
Congratulations. We're going to support you in Sedona, and if anybody from the community would like to come wish Josh well, he'll continue to be working hard on behalf of the city of Cottonwood up through Friday at 5 p.m. So make sure you swing by the Cottonwood Recreation Center, shake his hand, say goodbye, enjoy that time with him while we got him. I'm your host. This has been another great episode of Inside Cottonwood. Josh, Travis, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
And until next time, without Josh, we'll see you. Have a great day.